would say some of the statistics would suggest up to 90% of heart disease is preventable. We've gotten this concept that genetics are more important than they actually are. And I think what we've lost sight of is within families, it's not just genetics that get passed down, it's habits. And these habits we know have a massive influence on our health. We have the statistics. 88% of the adults in the United States are in not optimal metabolic health. When you go back, it's interesting in the cardiac literature, when you go to sort of the era before we were so focused on cholesterol, there was a lot of interest in insulin resistance and its relationship to cardiac disease. Gerald Reaven, among others, did a lot of this work. And his studies suggest that up to 95% of patients with cardiac disease are insulin resistant. And we know that insulin resistance is largely reversible. So that tells me that a very large percentage of cardiac cases are preventable. And quite honestly, today, I consider that every patient that ends up on my operating table is a failure of the medical system. I'm not blaming the patient. The patient's gotten bad advice, bad information, and a lot of times the patients are following the advice that they've been given by their physicians, but they're getting bad advice from their physicians. So I view it as a failure of the healthcare system.